An update now to a story the King 5 investigators broke earlier this month. Criminal charges have been filed now against a former guard at the Green Hill School accused of coercing an inmate to videotape their sex acts. Chris Ingalls is here with the new developments in the story that we first reported. Chris.
Well, Joyce, as you know, we've reported on Green Hill for years, and this is more evidence of how out of control things are at the state's maximum security lockup for young male offenders. Today, Chehalis Police are calling out the state agency that runs that school, not only for the case they've charged today, but also the growing number of sexual misconduct cases by Green Hill staff.
State of Washington versus Michelle Goodman, 24-1-670-21. She's present in custody.
Former Green Hill security guard Michelle Goodman appeared in Lewis County Superior Court late this afternoon. Court documents accuse her of custodial sexual misconduct for videotaped sex acts with a 23-year-old inmate at the institution. Police in Chehalis, where Green Hill is located, launched an investigation October 2nd after King 5 reported on this lawsuit filed against the Department of Children, Youth and Families, DCYF. The suit showed screenshots from the inmate's cell phone and claimed that Goodman encouraged the young man to videotape their sexual encounters. Months before that suit was filed, Goodman was already in the Lewis County Jail on unrelated criminal charges. She was charged with prison riot for allegedly looking the other way when an inmate beat up a gang rival in a housing unit. Now she also faces the sexual misconduct charge and was arrested again last night.
There is a culture, from my understanding, of Green Hill School just sweeping things underneath the rug.
Tacoma attorney Patrick Brown filed the sexual misconduct lawsuit earlier this month. According to charging documents, Brown provided Chehalis Police with 10 photographs, screenshots of at least 3 different videotaped sexual encounters with Brown's client. Police also reviewed Green Hill security video showing Goodman going into the staff locker room with the inmate where the sex allegedly occurred.
Staff know that nothing's going to happen, and so they just kind of capitalize on that. And they know that there's not going to be any type of repercussion, so they just do what they want to do. And so there's this culture at Green Hill School to where sexual abuse is tolerated and allowed.
Days after our October 2nd story about the Goodman lawsuit, DCYF announced in a transition update the Green Hill superintendent is stepping down. And King 5 reported yesterday that Ross Hunter, the embattled secretary of DCYF, revealed that he would be leaving his post soon. So in this press release today, Chehalis Police took the unusual step of pointing out that 184 criminal incidents at Green Hill have been reported to police this year. That's on pace to triple last year's number. Think about that. As we reported 2 months ago, sexual abuse tort claims, the precursors to lawsuits, also reached an all-time high. Taxpayers have already footed $4.4 million to settle some of those cases. But Joyce, there's a lot more in the pipeline, and that's the concerning thing. The taxpayers will likely be on the hook for cases like the one we saw today and a lot of others.
And you're talking about almost 200 cases here.
Yeah.
And probably more to come. But why is this just happening now?
Yeah, there's a complex answer to that. It's not simple. Overcrowding, understaffing, changes in Washington law that allow men to the age of 25 to be housed at Green Hill instead of going to adult prison. Those are part of the problem, but we've also heard a lot of criticism about how Green Hill's being managed, and it seems like a lot of the stories we've been reporting on for years have only gotten worse at that facility.
More stories to come for sure, because I'm sure you're going to hear about more cases.
Yep.
Chris, thanks.
Sure.